Hello guys, welcome to the Aptitude online class. So today we are going to discuss the topic simple interest. Okay, so I welcome you all for our YouTube channel Investors Training Institute. So thank you for your feedback and your responses. So we are going to start the class today on the topic simple interest. So before we start our concept, we need to understand few terminologies before we move on solving the questions. Generally, whenever we are talking about interest and all, we will be getting few terminologies. First one is the principal. So P stands for principal in a nomenclature normally for our terminology. Then you are lending certain amount of money. That means say principal. Some principal is being lent. When you are lending, definitely you will be charging some interest, right? So let it be R, which indicates rate of interest. Now, once the amount is lent, to a person, then specifically we mention at what time it has to be repaid or by what time it has to be repaid, when it has to be repaid, right? So we will mention it with a specific time period where T represents the time period. This is the general concept with respect to lending. We are giving certain principal at certain rate of interest for a particular time period. We will be giving it. So when you are combining all these concepts, what is that you are going to get? It is simply some interest. Finally, if somebody asks you what is the amount that has been received for this amount that you have actually given, we add the interest from this particular component and that will become the final amount. Okay, so let us first of all go and answer what is the formula for simple interest. First of all, before we start writing the principle, let us understand what is the meaning of a simple interest. For example, you have lent or you have deposited some 100 rupees in a bank account. Okay, and the concerned bank has promised you that they will pay 4% interest on the savings account for 2 years at simple interest. That means your principal 100 rupees that you deposited remains same throughout the contract period that you have with the bank. That means the bank says 2 years as the contract. Okay, within 2 years you are going to get this particular rate of interest. This is what they give, or this is the interest that you get. In such cases, with the time period mentioned, the amount will not change. So that is the concept of simple interest. Simple interest means the principal will never change throughout the time period. Only the rate of interest is applicable on the principal generally. This is the fundamental concept, right? On the principal, generally the rate of interest is applicable. If the principal is not being added regularly, you get the same kind of rate of interest, except for if there is any change in the rate of interest, normally you get the same interest. But this is a slight difference when it comes to compound interest. Compounding, what is the meaning of compounding? Adding to the existing one. So at the end of a particular year, if somebody says, I'll give you this particular amount of interest or this rate of interest for 2 years, that means at the end of 1 year, whatever you gain or you accrued the interest, that interest will be added to the principal and this new sum will become the principal for the next year. Okay, simple interest means the principal remains same throughout the contract period. Compound interest means the principal will change. The rate of interest that you accrued or the interest that you accrued at the end of 1 year or a specific period will be added to the principal, and for the next cycle it will become the new principal. Okay, so adding to an existing one is called as a compound interest, and for simple interest, the principal remains same. So this is the fundamental difference between a simple interest and some compound interest. Now, for a simple interest, the formula is like this: PNR divided by 100, where P represents the amount that you invested or deposited or lent. N represents the number of years. N always represents number of years. If months or days is given, how do we calculate? We'll see it in due course. And R represents the rate at which you lent, or the rate at which you deposited, or the rate at which you are going to get the returns. Okay. So now, for example, we mentioned that N is always mentioned in years. You may get it out. For example, if I want to invest an amount for 8 months, how do we solve this? Again, the logic is simple. If 12 months is equal to 1 year, 8 months means how many years? Again, cross multiplication. 12 into x is equal to 8. That means x is equal to 8 by 12. 4 2s are 4 3s are. So 2 by 3 years. This is the answer. If months are given, you need to convert them into the years. You can use this kind of technique. 12 months is equal to 1 year means 8 months, how many years? 2 by 3 years. For example, if days you want to calculate, simple logic again, 365 days constitute 1 year. For example, if you want to calculate 73 days, 73 days means how many years? Again, cross multiplication. X into 365 is equal to 73. So x is equal to 73 divided by 365. So 73 ones are 73 fives are. So 1 by 5 years. This is how, when you are given with some number of months or days, how do we convert them to form the number of years? Okay. So this is very simple. Simple interest means P into N into R, where P represents the principal, N represents the number of years, and R represents the rate of interest. If, for example, the years is not mentioned, and if months or days are given, how do we calculate? We have seen. Now, one more important point that we would like to mention here. If somebody asks you, what is the interest that you earn on certain sum for certain rate of interest for certain time period, you will give the formula as SI equals to PNR by 100. But if somebody asks you a question, what is the amount that you receive for so and so amount, for so and so time period, for so and so rate of interest, means with the principal, we will add the simple interest. Okay, so this is very important. Whether in the question the amount is being asked or the simple interest is being asked is what we need to understand. Okay, now let us see a simple example. If I have deposited 10,000 rupees in a bank for 5% rate of interest for 1 year, then what is the interest that I'm going to get? That is simple interest. So principal is 10,000 rupees, time period is 1 year, and rate of interest is 5 divided by 100. So 2 zeros goes cancel. 100 into 5, that is equal to 500. So what is this 500? For the amount I deposited, this is the interest that I get. But what is the total amount that I'm going to get? Amount means 10,000 plus my interest together will give you the final amount. So 10,500 is the amount. Okay. So hope you are understood the concept of amount and the interest. So interest that you earn on a principal is simple interest, and the amount means adding the simple interest that you earned to the principal will give you the actual amount that you receive. Okay, so amount is equal to principal plus interest is called the formula for us. So we need to remember these concepts before we solve the questions. So with this concept, let us move on to solve the questions. Okay, now look at the first problem. So the first question says, find the simple interest of some amount, that is 18,000 is given to us as a principal with a 2/3% interest for 2 years and 4 months. So this is the question given here. Now first let us prepare. The question being asked is, we are supposed to calculate the simple interest. So what is the formula for simple interest? It is P into N into R divided by 100. So here, what is the value of P? It is 18,000. Then what is the rate of interest? Rate of interest is 6/2 percentage. 6/2 percentage, if you convert 3 into 6, 18 plus 2. So 20/3 percentage. Now time period is 2 years and 4 months. Now how do we convert this into years? 4 months means 12 months is equal to 1 year. 4 months means how much? X is equal to 4 by 12. That is equal to 1/3 of the year. So 2 year plus 1/3 year. So what is the meaning? 2 plus 1/3. On LCM, it becomes 7/3 years. Now we have got every value. So the principal is 18,000 and the number of years is 7/3 and your rate of interest is 20/3 whole divided by 100. So 3 ones are 3, 6, 8, 18, 6,000. So cancel these 2 zeros, these 2 zeros. 3 ones are 3 20s. So 20 into 20 into 7. Okay, 20 20 400, 400 into 7, it becomes 2800. So 2800 rupees is the simple interest. If for this particular problem, if they asks you how, if they ask you, for example, what is the amount means principal plus simple interest. What is the principal? 18,000. What is the interest that you received? 2,800. So finally the amount becomes 20,800. So this is when you are asked to calculate the amount. But when you are asked to calculate what is the simple interest, you can straight away answer the question as 2,800 as the answer. Okay, so this is how we solve. Now let us move on to the next question. Let us take the second question. Geeta took a loan of 1,200 rupees for as many years as rate of interest. So here, what is the meaning? Rate of interest and time period both are equal. If at the end of the loan period, she paid interest of 432 rupees, find how much amount she has taken as loan. Okay. Now, what is the principal? 1,200. This is what the amount that she has taken. Find the rate at which she had taken, right? So N is number of years. It is same as equal to rate of interest. So number of years and rate of interest both are same. Now for time period is again same we have taken. But there is one more thing that is given. She earned interest 432 rupees. Now with the formula SI equals to P into N into R divided by 100. Simple interest we know that is 432 rupees. Principal we know that is 1,200. In the place of number of years and rate of interest as both are same, let us write it as R into R. by 100. So this two goes cancel. Now this becomes 12 ones are 12, 12 threes are 36, 72 means 12 six are 72. So r square is equal to 36. What is r? That is root of 36. It becomes 6. So 6% is the interest at which she has taken the loan. Now in our problem, what is given to us? We are given with the amount of loan Geeta has taken and how much interest she has paid at the end of the tenor. And they also mentioned that the rate of interest is equal to the number of years. This is what she has taken the loan for as many years as rate of interest. That means time period and rate of interest both as same. Now, if you want to cross check whether this answer is correct or not, what is the principal? It is 1200. Rate of interest we have calculated 6%. Imagine it is 6 as time period divided by 100. Zero zeros goes cancel. 12 6 are 72. 72 into 6. 6 12s are 6 2s are 12. 6 7s are 42 plus 1 43. 432. That is what the interest we have received now. So this is generally only a test purpose. So this is how 432 interest we have run. So interest and time period as both are equal, and interest how much we have paid it is given. So from the formula simple interest is equal to P into N into R, we have calculated the rate of interest. Okay. Now let us move on to the third question after solving this. Now say this question. Third question. A person deposited 2000 rupees in bank A with 4% interest, and he deposited 3000 rupees in bank B with 14% as rate of interest. Find the overall interest that he has earned. Okay. Now, see here. First, two conditions are given to us. First one is bank A, and the second condition bank B. So we have two cases here. In bank A, simple interest is to be calculated first. What is the principal? Principal is 2000 rupees. Time period is how much? Nothing is mentioned. So let us take it as a 1 year. What is the rate of interest? That is 4% divided by 100. So two zeros goes cancel. The simple interest that you earned is 80 rupees. Now in bank B case, the principal is 3000 rupees. Then time period is again 1 year and rate of interest is 14 divided by 100. So two zeros goes cancel. 14 0 0, 14 threes are 42. Okay. So this is that we have received. Now, what is the question being asked? 14 threes are, sir. 14 threes are 520, right? 14 threes are 520. So now, what is the overall return rate of interest? That means if both the cases are added, that means total principal. What is the total principal from both the banks? 2000 plus 3000, that is equal to 5000 rupees as the combined principal. Then what is the total interest that is earned? Total interest. What is the total interest? 80 plus 520, that is equal to 600 rupees as the interest. Time period again 1 year. So if you want to calculate the overall rate of interest from the formula, simple interest is equal to P into N into R divided by 100. Now you want to calculate the rate of interest. Simple interest that we earned is 600 rupees. That is equal to combined principal 5000 rupees time period 1 year, rate of interest we do not know, make it as R and divided by 100. So two zeros goes cancel, 5 tens, 5 ones are, then 5 120s. Okay, so 10 and 120, 10 means 12. So what is the rate of interest? What is the rate of interest? Sir, what about 14 threes, sir? 14 threes. Somebody said 520. 3 fours are 12, 3 ones are 3 plus 4, 420, right? This is not a 520, this is 420. So combined rate of interest is 420 plus 8, it becomes 500. Okay, so just a minute, we will erase it and we'll solve the question again. Now, see here, the from bank B, 30 into 14, that is 420 rupees as the interest that we have earned. So the total interest is 80 plus 420, that is 500. Now, simple interest is equal to PNR by 100. So the simple interest is 500. Principal, combined principal is 5,000. Number of years is 1. Rate of interest is what you need to calculate, divided by 100. Two zeros gets cancel. 50 ones are, 15 tens are. So the effective rate of interest is 10%. Okay. So the problem says a person invested 2000 rupees in bank A at a simple interest for 1 year. If time period is not mentioned, consider it as 1 year. So he invested 2000 rupees in bank A for rate of interest as 4%. And second bank, he invested a principal of 3000 rupees with a 14% interest for 1 year. So we have calculated the normal individual interest that he earned after 1 year for those investments. Now the question being asked is, with the total principal, if he invested and with the interest that he received, what should be the actual or average rate of return? That means collectively total premiums, that is 2000 and 3000 he invested. So that becomes the collective principal. So it becomes 5000. What amount of interest he has to receive? 500. For which what will be the rate of interest? That is the question. So to get 500 out of 5000 investment, the rate of interest should be 10%. Okay. Instead of solving this entire problem, we have a shortcut method to solve this. Okay. Let us note down the shortcut method. If time period is 1 year and if you are asked to calculate the effective rate of interest on two individual premiums, the shortcut formula is P1R1 plus P2R2 divided by P1 and P2. Okay. So P1 represents the first premium, R1 represents the first rate of interest, P2 represents the second premium, R2 represents the second rate of interest. Using this shortcut technique, first premium is 2000 rupees, first rate of interest is 4%, plus second premium is 3000 rupees, and rate of interest is 14%. Together 2000 plus 3000, that is 5000. So if you add them, 2000 into 4, that is 8000, plus this becomes 42,000 divided by 5000. So 42,000 plus 8,000 is 50,000 divided by 5,000. So the answer is 5 ones, 5 tens. So effective rate of interest is 10%. Okay. So this is the general way of solving the problem. And this is the shortcut technique that we use when time period is only 1 year. If it is 2 years and all, we can go with the generalized procedure only. Okay. Now with this, let us move on to the second question. Just note down the first shortcut method, then we will go on to the second problem. Now see here, there is one more question. What is the present worth of 4,640 rupees due in 2 years with 8% simple interest per annum? So now, what is the point that we need to understand? That means, for example, today, if some amount is there, that is 4,640, and this is due for the last 2 years, and the rate of interest is 8%. So 2 years back, what is the principal that has now become an amount of 4,640 with a rate of interest as 8% is what the question. Okay. Now let us solve this question. Let 2 years back, I'm just giving you for example, 2 years back, the principal is P, and this principal after 2 years given some rate of interest. With the rate of interest, that say the principal if added, it amounts to 4,640 rupees, and the time period is 2 years, and rate of interest is 8% simple interest. Now the question is, what is the value of this principal? Some principal, after adding the interest, it amounts to 4,640 for 2 years with a rate of interest as 8%. Now we are supposed to calculate what is the principal. We know that the formula for amount equals to principal plus simple interest. Now, if you want to calculate the simple interest from this equation, we can say amount minus principal. So what is the simple interest formula? We know PNR divided by 100. What is the amount here? 4,640, right? What is the value? What is the principal that we have received? We do not know. So let it becomes X. Now, if you cross multiply, here the principal is what we do not know. The time period we know, that is 2 years. Rate of interest we know, that is 8%. Divided by 100 is equals to 4640 minus X. Now, if we solve this, 16x is equal to 4640 into 100. That becomes 464000 minus 100x. So if you take 100 this side, it becomes 116x equals to 464000. Then what is the value of x? It becomes 4 lakh. It becomes 4,64,000 divided by 116. Now what is the answer? This 116. If you want to get 4, what are the options? If you multiply 116 with 4, 4 6 are 24, 4 1s are 4 plus 2 6, 4 1s are 4. So it becomes 1, and this is 4,000. So what is the value of x? That is equal to 4,000 rupees. So here 4,000 rupees principal with a rate of interest 8%. After 2 years from now, it becomes 4,640 rupees. Here the question is on the reverse side. The actual amount is what they have given. The amount is 4,640 and time period is given 2 years due. That means 2 years back. Rate of interest is we have received. Now, just to cross check ourselves, let us use the formula simple interest is equal to PNR by 100. Okay. If principal is 4,000 rupees, time period is 2 years, rate of interest is 8%, then what will be the amount that you receive? Two zeros cancel. 42s are 80 into 8, that is 640 rupees. So this 640, if you add 4,000, the amount becomes 4,640, right? So this amount 4,640 after 2 years is given to us. We are supposed to calculate what is the principal 2 years back. So amount equals to P plus simple interest is what the formula that we know. By using this particular formula, we have answered this particular question. Okay. So just go through once and we will move on with the next question. Okay. So this type of problems you may receive with just a bit complication. Now see the next question. A sum of money becomes double in 7 years. In how many years it will become 4 times itself with a simple rate or simple interest? This is the question. Okay. Now, the point given to us is there is a principal. If you consider a principal as X, this becomes to 2 times. It becomes double. And what is the time period for it? 7 years is the time period given to us. If the same principle to become 4 times, what is the time period it requires? This is the question being asked to us. Now, how do we solve it? Okay. Now, so here from the, let us consider this as equation 1 and let us consider this as equation number 2. So from equation number 1, we can say that amount equals to principal plus simple interest. Okay. Now with this, simple interest is equals to amount minus principal. Now, what is the simple interest formula? P in the place of n, I'm writing as a time period as it is. So PTR by 100 equals to what is the amount? It becomes twice. A principal X amounts to 2 times with a simple interest. Okay. Now, how do we calculate? So this principal, let it be X, time period is 7 years and rate of interest is what? Nothing has been mentioned. So keep it R, let it be 100 equals to 2x minus x is equal to X. So now on cross multiplication, 7 into R into X is equal to 100x. X goes cancel. R is equal to 100 by 7%. Now, from equation number 2, same concept. What is the concept? Simple interest is equals to amount minus principal. So simple interest is PTR by 100. What is the amount? It becomes 4 times. And principal is X, we know. So now what is the principal? X. Time, we do not know. Time, do we know? We do not know. That we have to calculate. Rate of interest, we have calculated as 100 by 7 divided by 100 equals to 3x, because 4x minus x is equal to 3x. So this x goes cancel. Now t equals to, this 7 comes 700 into 3, it becomes 2100 divided by 100, right? So 0 zeros goes cancel. So 21 years is the time period. So for a principal X to amount to 4 times, it will take 21 years with the rate of interest as 100 by 7 percentage. This particular problem, just go through once. I will explain once and I'll explain the shortcut also. They are mentioning that some principle is there that with X, this will amount to 2 times in 7 years. And if the same principle will amount to 4 times, and what is the time that it will require? So from first equation and second equation, we have calculated. Now, instead of solving this entire thing, there is a shortcut available. So what is that shortcut we are going to see now? The shortcut formula says, amount 1 minus 1 divided by time period 1 is equal to amount 2 minus 1 divided by time period 2. So this is the shortcut. Using this shortcut, let us answer this. What is the first one? Amount, it is 2 times. 2 minus 1, 7 years it has taken. Second time it is taking 4 times. So 4 minus 1, time period we do not know, X. 2 minus 1 is 1 by 7. So 1 by 7 is equal to 3 by X. So if you cross multiply, X becomes 21 years. So this is the shortcut method for solving this particular question. Okay. So shortcut says A1 minus 1 by T1 equals to A2 minus 1 by T2. This is the shortcut technique that you need to use. Okay. Now let us move on to the next question. So they have given another question like this. Divide 4,000 rupees into 2 parts such that one part is invested at 3% simple interest per annum and the other part is invested at 5% simple interest per annum. If the total interest earned from both the investments is 144 rupees, find each investment made. That is the question. Okay. Now, how do we solve? What about the data given to us? Do we know what is the individual investments? We do not know, but they have given total investment. That is principal 1 plus principal 2 equals to 4,000 rupees is what they have given. Now, they have also given the rate of interest that they earn from 2 parts. SI from first part, SI from second part, it becomes 144 rupees. So SI1 means PTR by 100 for first part of amount. For second part of amount, PTR by 100. This total should be equal to 144 rupees. So first part of investment, do we know? We do not know. Let it be the first part. That means let P1 equals to X. Then automatically what will be P2? Total amount is 4,000 minus X will give you. So this is, let us consider as P1, T1, R1, and this is P2, T2, R2. So P1 we do not know, let it be X. Time period is again only 1 year. So, what is the time period they mentioned? 3% interest. One party is invested at 3% for 1 year. Okay, so nothing is mentioned, so we can directly take it as 1 year. And what is the rate of interest? 3% divided by 100 plus the second part is 4,000 minus X is the principal and time period is 1 year again. Rate of interest is 5% divided by 100 is equal to 144. Now 3x by 100 plus 5 into 4,000, that is 20,000 minus 5x by 100 is equal to 144. Now, if you take LCM and solve the question, this is 3x, this is 100 will be the LCM. So 3x minus 5x is, so 20,000 minus 2x equals to 144,000. So bring 2x this side. So 2x is equal to 20,000 minus 14,400. So 2x is equal to 5,600. So x is equals to 2,800 rupees. So what is the value of x? First principle. So from this P1 is equal to 2,800. What is the value of P2? 4,000 minus x. That is 4,000 minus 2,800. So it becomes 1,200. So first part is 2,800. Second part is 1,200. Total together equals to 4,000 rupees. This is what we have earned. Okay. So from the formula, from the interest that is given, this is how we will solve the question. Okay, guys. So let us just go through the problem once for just a minute or two, and we'll move on with the second question. They have given some amount of money, a combined amount is given, combined simple interest that they are going to earn is given. So basing on the formula, we have solved the questions. Okay. Now let us move on to the next question. Now the question says, divide 29,000 rupees into two parts such that one part is invested at 5% simple interest for 6 years, gives same interest for an amount invested at 4% for 7 years. Find each part of the investment made. Now, here straight away they are mentioning some amounts P1 and P2. If they add, it becomes 29,000. Now, these two parts are invested at different rate of interest. So they are saying that the interest that earn from first part is equal to the interest that earn from second part, and both are same. See here, such that one part is invested at some interest for SI for 6 years, gives same interest. So SI means P1 T1 R1 divided by 100 equals to P2 T2 R2 divided by 100. Now, do we know what is P1 and P2? Let us take the ratio and we'll get it. So let us be P1 and time period is 6 years, rate of interest is 5 divided by 100 equals to P2 divided by 7 time period, and rate of interest is 4 divided by 100. So 100 goes cancel. P1 divided by P2 equals to 28 by 30. So 28 by 30 means 2 14s, 2 15s. Now we understood that P1 divided by P2 equals to 14 by 15. Now P1 component is equal to 14 by 29 into 29,000. From the partnership concept, total components are 29,000. So individual components we have taken ratio method. So 29 ones, 29,000. So it becomes 14,000 as the first value, and the second value P2, obviously it becomes 29,000 minus 14,000, it becomes 15,000. So this is how we calculate the problems. Okay. Though they have given the principle, combined principle they have given. Simple interest, they are saying that the two components they have divided, simple interest from one component and simple interest from second component, both are same. This is the main equation for us to solve this equation. Now let us move on to the next questions. So see this question. A sum of money becomes 12,575 in 2 years and 13,125 rupees in 4 years. Find what is the principal. Okay. Now to solve this particular question, the first thing that we need to understand is what is the interest that has been earned for 2 years. How do we get it? We know for 4 years some amount is there. For 2 years, some amount is there. So 13,125 minus 12,575. What is the difference amount? So this becomes 25 means 600, 600, 400. The value becomes 550 rupees. So 550 rupees is the simple interest for 2 years. Now they are saying for 2 years, 12,075 is the amount that has become. Now we know that amount is equals to principal plus simple interest. We know the amount, that is 12,575. What is the principal? We do not know. What is the interest that you earn for 2 years? 550. With this, principal is equal to 12,575 minus 550. That means 12,025 is the principal. I repeat the problem. They are saying some principal is there. That principal with interest amounted to 12,575 rupees. The same amount has become 13,125 for 4 years. Now, what is the principal? We need to calculate. For 2 years, amount has been given, and for 4 years, amount is given. The difference of 4 years and 2 years is what the interest rate that you get for 2 years. So we have calculated the difference. From the formula that we know, amount is equal to principal plus simple interest. With this concept, we know the amount after 2 years, that is 12,575. Principal we do not know, and interest is 5,550 that we have calculated from the difference. So from this we have calculated the principal. So 12,025 rupees will become 12,575 in 2 years, and the same will become 13,125 after 4 years. Okay. Now let us look at the next question. What is the question? At what rate of interest will a sum double itself in 8 years? This is the question being asked. Okay. At what rate of interest per annum a sum will double itself in 8 years? Okay. So now let us understand what are given to us, what we need to calculate. First, do we know what is the principal? No. So let it be X. How much it amounts to? It has to be doubled. Okay. Now, what is the time period they have given? That is 8 years. Now we know that simple interest is equal to amount minus principal. From where this concept came? Amount is equal to simple interest plus principal by using this particular formula. So simple interest is equal to amount minus principal. What is the amount? 2x. What is the principal? X. What is simple interest? That is PTR by 100. Principal is X. Time period is 8 years. Rate of interest is what you need to calculate. Divided by 100 is equal to X, because 2x minus X is equal to X. So these two gets cancelled. Rate of interest is equal to 100 by 8 percentage. 100 by 8 means what is the value? 8 ones are 8, 8 twos are 16.5. So 12.5% is the rate of interest. So here the problem is very simple. They have given you some principal and they are saying it will amount to the double in 8 years. Now to become that, what is the rate that has to be applicable? That we need to calculate. So we have taken principal as X and amounts to 2x. Time period is given to us. We have the formula amount equals to principal plus simple interest. With this, simple interest is equal to amount minus principal. So we have calculated and we observed the value as 12.5. Now for this particular problem, there is a shortcut. Instead of solving in a general mechanism, there is a shortcut technique also. the rate of interest at which a particular amount, a particular principal will become double itself. So the rate of interest is equal to n minus 1 divided by t into 100, where n becomes the amount of times. That means here in our case double. So 2 minus 1, and the time period is 8 years they have given, it equal to 100. So 2 minus 1 is 1 by 8. So it becomes 100 by 8, that is equal to 12.5 percentage. So this is the shortcut formula. At what rate of interest a particular principal will amount or double itself in some years is given. Using this particular shortcut technique, we can solve the questions. Okay. So this is how we will solve the questions based on this simple interest concept. Now this video is available for all of you at with a free of cost in our YouTube channel, Infosys Training Center or Training Institute. So you can find this class, go through the concepts, go through the shortcuts they have given. So try to solve the questions. Please do like, share and subscribe our channel. Okay. So thank you friends. Thank you so much. Have a great day.